and fangirls of all ages. Welcome! I am Batula, your host for Batula's Halloween Countdown. Today, we will be looking at something so evil, it is practically unspeakable. It may seem sort of pastiche, but like any good vampire, I wake up every night and eat my favorite cereal from my idol, Count Chocula. It is so delicious and so evil that it inspires me to think about all the evil things that I have done. Like one time, when I returned something to Walmart without a receipt, knowing full well I had purchased it at Kmart 20 years ago. They still gave me that sweet Walmart gift card. But I'm not here to review cereal like Dinosaur Dracula, my other hero. Oh yes, it's exactly what you think it is. My friends, behold a Count Chocula action figure. Join me as I review this unbelievably evil. It's quite precious actually, but it's probably suitable for kids. Look, I just want to seem tough. I'm not really that bad.
The truth is that after a few hundred years, not many things surprise me anymore, but to say I was a little shocked by the existence of a Count Chocula action figure, well, that would be an understatement. I cannot believe it, but it is a Count Chocula action figure, I know. Even comes in this like cereal box. And check this out. Action figure facts, you know, like nutrition facts. Serving size, 1 figure. Oh, devilishly clever. 1/12 scale, alternate head, cereal box, authentic retro styling, collector quality paint, we'll see. Collector quality sculpt, we'll see. Points of articulation, 21. And then it shows you the figure, and it even says General Mills. Truly a company of an evil reputation. This is a little confusing, and it's kind of funny back here, but this is indeed like an old back of a cereal box from a few years ago where they were doing like revisionist. I remember these revisionist designs for like Blueberry and Frankenberry and Fruit Brute and Yummy Mommy, and of course Count Chocula, my personal hero. On the side you can see the figure again. It just says action figure as if it wasn't obvious. This is the barcode, by the way. I found this at Meijer. Of course I can only shop there at night and also during Halloween, so not often. Count Chocula monster cereals, cool, why not? And let's get this thing open, and look at this evil man. Shame on him for even existing. Right here we have Count Chocula himself, and he is looking very retro. This is not a like reimagining of Count Chocula. This is the original, the real deal. This is the OG right here. Nothing, kind of moderned up about him. This is just pure Count Chocula. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box and see what's up. Quick note, bizarrely enough, if you look in the packaging, you have some more of that little revisionist artwork. Very interesting. I like how on the wall, you can actually see the different designs of Count Chocula through the years, so I do think that's quite cool. Once again, I feel like I should pinch myself for something, because I am doing a review for a Count Chocula action figure, a collector's Count Chocula action figure. I cannot even believe it. Batula has seen much in this life, but this I have not seen. Anyway though, seriously, look at this. This is unbelievable. The box was extremely collector friendly. You'll be able to just replace him right away. I did not have to rip anything or tear anything, but this is insane. I cannot believe it. I've been waiting forever for something like this, and did not know I needed it in my life as bad as I do until I see it now. This is pure perfection. The sculpting is just like the most loving recreation of a vintage Count Chocula I have ever seen in my life. I mean, look at this. They have all of the details just right. The funny little slippers, the kind of slacks, the tie that is attached to the cape, by the way, the hands, and best of all, it's this huge over-exaggerated head sculpt. Really, the paint is pretty clean. There is a little tiny bit of like white overspray at the eyes, but nothing bad at all. On the back of the cape, you can see he has the crazy double like peak hairdo, the ears, and more of the shoes. But what really surprises me is the crazy articulation. that this guy has. Believe it or not, he possesses every point of articulation that you could possibly want from a figure of like a little cartoon character. The head can arch way up. It can go way down. You can, of course, turn side to side all the way around, and you can even cock the head side to side. Right here at the shoulders, there are some very well hidden hinges that go even farther than 90 degrees. You can go all the way around. You can see there is a swivel at the elbow. There is a really nice just single hinge at the elbow that has a pretty good amount of range right there. There is a hinge at the wrist. The wrist rotates. Of course, you get a waist swivel as well that can go all the way around. It too is well hidden by this coat here. And then the legs are very surprising because he can kick, for all of the fights he's going to get into like this. So over 90 degrees, which is a nice surprise. Right here, he does have a cut right there at the thigh. Now, these look like if you pulled, you could like bring these out. They wouldn't break, I don't think, but they would maybe unpeg. You also get, that's right, double jointed knees. Can you believe that we are living in a world where a double jointed knee Count Chocula action figure exists? I can hardly believe it myself. Down here at the slipper, there's a great hinge here. You can get plenty of range. You even get a very large amount of pivot. So you can do crazy bits of posing. I mean, like what? How is this even possible? He's able to pose better than a lot of the collector figures in my library, and that is nuts. Look at this. He even comes with like an in-scale cereal box. Look at it. It's retro Count Chocula is exactly what you might remember. And there's nothing on the sides, but on the back, you have the old cutout mask where you fool your friends, play monster. Some of us don't have to play. No, for real though. Look at this. Once you have this and the cereal box, it's fantastic looking, but that is not all there is to the figure. He comes with an alternate head. It pops off very easily. No trouble at all. And it's worth noting that the cape is totally removable. So if you wanted, you could just have him without the cape. And I think it might look a little funny, but it's still like a perfectly acceptable look for the figure because the chin kind of hides where there is no tie under there. But it is something you can do. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can. Putting the cape back on with the tie, and then we put the brand new head sculpt on. Using this head, absolute hilarity will ensue as the Count is overwhelmed by cereal lust as he sees the box. This is incredible. This is a man consumed, absolutely consumed by need, all-encompassing lust for delicious cereals. Look at that. So evil, so fantastic. I love it. And just in case you're wondering, yes, you are able to hold the cereal box in his outstretched hand, and it looks great. I love it. But it falls out pretty easy, but still, as funny as it is to say it, this is one of my favorite little surprises this entire season. It was worth waking up for Halloween 2021 just so that I could march in to my local Meijer superstore and demand that the employees go and get me one of these guys. By the way, he was right beside the Funko Pops. I didn't make any demands to anyone. They were looking at me quite oddly. Anyway, though, seriously, this is awesome. If you can possibly find one of these guys, you need to grab him. Jada Toys did a fantastic job, and I'm still in disbelief that this even exists. Just for a funny comparison, we will do the very tall NECA Frankenstein, and you can see that, yeah, he's really small. This guy is probably about 5 inches tall. Like, for instance, if I was to take like a Marvel Legend and put beside of him, Magneto here is a little bit taller than he is. And say if you take like a Masters of the Universe Origins figure and put beside of him, they are very similar in height. I think Count Chocula is like a little bit bigger, but hopefully this gives you a better understanding of what kind of scale that we're talking about here. In short, pick him up. He's fantastic. Wonderful.
Wow! Wasn't that figure cool? Here's hoping they'll do Fruit Brute and Yummy Mommy and all of the other evil cereal characters. Either way.
Satisfies a chocolate monster in no time flat. Alright. If you crave chocolate too, Count Chocula can satisfy the chocolate monster in you.
Ooh, you think that sounds spooky? Just wait. In a moment, you'll be hearing the creepy, haunting, fun sounds of Halloween. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Count Chocula.